December 8th. We started today with Edgar Allan Poe's famous poem, Annabel Lee. Students came in, picked up the poem, and read it once on their own. After the bell rang and we got started with class, we talked about the idea of single effect. Poe believed in this concept that every piece of narrative art, poetry, short story, whatever, should have a central or single effect, which is this central emotion that the story creates within the reader. Terror, if it's a scary story, longing, if it's a sad story, humor, if it's a funny story. There should be one central effect on the reader. After talking about that and reading the poem, students needed to do the following prompt in a constructed response format. Remember, that involves using the C-E-I-E-I-E-I-O format or the yes ma'am approach, where you respond not with I believe da 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 da, but you start with a strong thesis. The narrator in Annabel Lee is clearly crazy because da 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 da. Okay, so make sure if you were not here, you go ahead and do that journal and read the poem. After reading the poem and journaling about it, we went through and annotated it together. Just remember, anytime you make a statement or an assertion in your response, you need to provide evidence. Pulling pieces of from the poem provides evidence. If you say the narrator is not crazy, he's just a hopeless romantic, you may provide the following green evidence. But we loved the love that was more than loved. No one can keep us apart. You know, all that lends itself to him being a hopeless romantic or an optimistic person. If you believe he's crazy, you may look at the orange, where it uses things like sepulcher, tomb, shut her up. You know, these the angels were envying us. Like, who really thinks the angels are going to envy two people in love? You know, that lends itself to him being crazy. Another argument was made that he's just very immature. He cannot handle the loss because of his own emotional immaturity. And so if you were making that argument, you would look at the blue highlights. I was a child and she was a child. Our love is stronger than those older than us. And you might even highlight the angels were jealous. Sounds like an emotional or an immature emotional response to losing someone. After looking at Poe's poem, we again looked at the lit circles. Remember, we've been talking about it all week. These are due on Friday, which is tomorrow. You need to pick one of these vocab assignments to do and one of the creative projects to do. And you will turn that in tomorrow. And that covers what we did today in class on Thursday, December 8th. Thanks for listening and have a great day.